Alrighty, team, welcome along to a quick presentation on day-to-day nutrition. More about healthy eating than weight loss or trying to achieve performance goals or anything particular like that. I will look to cover them in the near future. So I've basically got some quick rules, 7 of them, in order to help optimize nutrition and help live a healthy lifestyle. In a nutshell, drink plenty of water, use fresh fruit for snacks, include fresh salads for with lunch and dinner, not necessarily for. Avoid as much processed foods as possible, minimize treats, cut back on alcohol, and finally, plan and prepare your meals in advance. So predominantly humans are made of water, and the main areas that fluid is within the blood. Without the liquid or the fluid component of blood, it's just a whole lot of red blood cells that are basically solid and won't move because they aren't in that fluid medium. All the cells themselves, including red blood cells, muscle cells, brain cells, etc., are basically just sacs of fluid that are shaped in a particular way with some structures internally that help them achieve what they're in our body to achieve. Muscle cells to help contract and move our skeleton, etc. Keeping hydration levels topped up through the day is going to be your best way to maintain your hydration levels, and consume extra fluid while exercising. A little bit of a tip for that: for short, low intensity sessions, just water is fine. For higher intensity workouts where you're going to be sweating plenty, electrolytes are a great additive to have. And then for higher intensity sessions or long duration sessions where you will be depleting muscle glycogen, having some carbohydrates in the fluid is also going to assist with things as well. Snacking on fresh fruit, we're all familiar with 5+ a day concept, but it's all about making sure that we do achieve it. And that's 5 servings of fresh fruit and vegetables, whether it's 5 apples or a combination of servings of fruit and veggies as part of a salad plus snacking on the fruits. It's important to have a good balance across the day, and eating that fruit fresh is best, as opposed to having it from a can with a whole lot of syrup added. Touched on including fresh salads for lunch and dinner before, and that's part of the 5+ process per day. And it's a really great way of adding in a range of both vitamins as well as minerals that play an important role within the functions of those cells. Touched on them before in relation to the fluid side of things, but in particular importance, calcium is a big one in terms of contraction as well as messaging. Sodium is also important in there as well. Excess of them can lead to some issues, but the body typically manages that well and gets rid of excess vitamins and minerals. So if you pop a, forget the name of it, multivitamin tablet, Berocca or something like that, you'll notice that your urine will go a dark color for the next wee while as the body gets rid of the excess vitamins and minerals that you've consumed through that Berocca. Avoiding processed foods is important. There's a lot of chemicals that are unnecessary within processed foods, and a good way of working out how processed food is subjectively graded A, B, C, or D. A is something that's absolutely fresh. You've taken it straight from the plant, or when I say plant, as in an example of an apple, you've picked the apple from the tree. That's going to be grade A. Soon as processing occurs, you're moving it down to a B, to a C, to a D, whether different things are happening to it. So whether that's like a packet of biscuits that are no longer the basic form in terms of you've got the wheat to make the flour for the biscuits. That wheat, when you pick it straight away, that's going to be grade A. Not that many of us go out and pick the wheat. It's been a while since I've seen that happen. But when you start processing it, that moves it to B and gets milled, moves to C, etc. It moves down the line. So subjectively look at any food you're consuming and look at where it is on that processing level of scale, and try and avoid things at C and D level, and maximize the A level. Minimize the treats. I touched on just before, biscuits, ice cream, lollies, etc. They provide no nutritional value. They do provide a whole lot of excess kilojoules or calories, depending on which measurement of unit you're using. They often have a whole lot of components that provide no benefit to us as healthy humans or athletes. So avoid them as much as possible. Limit them to the purpose they're designed, as a treat. And that goes for adding sugar to cups of tea, coffee, etc. The other one there is cut back on alcohol. Once again, no nutritional value. It negatively impacts recovery, and also provides unnecessary excess kilojoules and calories. So very similar to the previous slide. Keep it for a treat, maybe at the end of a long week or something of that nature, and not to excess. Plan and prepare your meals in advance. So failing to plan provides piss poor performance, the 6 Ps, as the saying goes. It gives you guidance during the week. So if you sit down on a Sunday and plan what meals you're going to prepare during the week, it helps provide a shopping list and helps get things in order and structured, ready for you to have a good, productive week, both nutritionally, but you can also balance that in and manage it around your training. There's no need to think. The decision's already been made. You sit down once a week or however frequently you do it, make the decision, and then you're all good to go. Practical tips around that, and I'll use the example of Sunday because today is Sunday, and it's usually the end of the week, getting ready to start a fresh week. If you write up a weekly menu, whether you get the recipes from on my website at the link there, or from some other source you've got, searching Google, using the Healthy Food Guide magazine, or other recipe books you may have, plan forward and prepare things. Don't skip breakfast. That sets you up for a great start to every day, and carry a drink bottle around and stay hydrated through the day. The goals for nutrition varied, as many different people or different types of athletes there's many different types of goals, whether it's to fuel pre-exercise, to assist with recovery post-exercise, lose weight, or gain muscle and strength. We'll change some of the concepts within this short presentation, but the key principles still remain. And I'll go into those in a little bit more detail in future presentations.